Hi everyone, my name's Tamara, and today I'm going to be calling this, are you denying your divinity? Or even worse, are you giving your divinity away? And I think this is a powerful point in our evolution where people are putting all of that energy into who wins an election politically, and yet don't they know that nothing really will change? That what is happening is this is just a diversion of your intelligence, your awareness, your power. I can't believe how many people again bought into this instead of turning that moment back to themselves to take control of their own lives, not to believe in someone else like they are a pillar of integrity or honesty or even divinity, because we know that neither are. And this is the US elections that I'm talking about here. And I think the English, just found out really quickly, didn't they, a few months ago when Labour got in for the first time in a very long time, and yet nothing changed within that person. I wasn't there. I wouldn't have voted anyway. I gave up voting a long time ago. And not because I do not honour those women who gave us that vote, because they fought and lost their lives to give us that vote, but because the system is corrupt completely through and through and makes no difference whatsoever in the way that we really need to make that difference. And evil prevails because people do not take back their divinity. I read that the other day, and I had to write it down to remind myself to do something on that. Because when you reverse the letters of evil, it's live. And people do not live fully. That's the thing that they're not taking back. They're not realizing. Do you see there the little bit of innuendo with those words, or whatever you would call that? Open your eyes. But you only can do that when you start looking at the technology, the human technology of this unit that we live within. Because all those people chasing the politicians are in a state of a very large amount of unawareness, not being able to see the reality that they can shine from within this vehicle. So this is a really important part, because we really are going in two different directions. And I think some people were on the border, as they always are, on the edges of what reality is, as they followed their old programming yesterday and voted. There's some, people that I am really surprised at who've made it really big again. Some people who, were on that edge. And what we need to ask ourselves is, who am I? What power am I not following through on? What am I not comprehending about my own power, and that I really am the orchestrator of my life? And that once I take that power back, I don't even need to look in that direction. Because right now we're on the borderlands of creating our new world, taking the power out of the unconscious and moving it into the conscious. And in our new world, people say to me, well, how would that be? And I say to them, there are people, I've seen groups who've been working for like a whole decade, like talking through, moving through, trying to look at and start to organize an idea of how we will govern ourselves, because that's truly what we're moving towards. And I have no doubt that we're going to carry this out. It's going to be incredible, but we need more people to move off that borderland. A lot of people who are deeply immersed in the unconscious are not going to move. We already know that. But the ones that we can pick up now, this is similar to the election where they say there's the floating towns, the ones who are movable still. Well, we have human beings that are still thinking they're just a physical body, but there's something that's lighting up inside of them already, excuse me, that knows that they are so much more than that. So those borderline people, those are the people we're picking up. Those are the clients I pick up now, and I call them the stragglers. They always laugh at me when I say that. Because I have other things I'm going to be doing as I move through my own pathway. And it's going to be talking to more people at once rather than the one-on-one. But I'm still doing those one-on-ones as those people, you know, are coming towards me. But there's going to come a time when we're not going to be able to do that. But let's go back to what I was saying about how is this going to be? This is going to be like, it could be something like a whole group of people who are the ones that mull over what needs to be done and organize how to put things into existence that need to be changed, okay, and how to change things in the right way and not too quickly. But these are going to be wise people. These are going to be people who are totally in touch with their own divinity, their own power of discernment. These are not going to be people that just put on those, you know, certain clothes and go out there and say the certain things to try and pull the masses in, like a Kellogg's cornflake advert or a Coca-Cola, or even worse. Come on, people, buy this Coca-Cola. It's going to kill you quicker than anything else. Buy Diet Coca-Cola, because that's going to actually numb down all the neuro pathways in your brain through the aspartame that stands in place of the sugar. I mean, it's horrendous. And those politicians do the same thing. They are an advert for the old world that will do you no good at all, because it's not run in the proper way. You cannot take an apple that has a core that is rotten, and even though the outside looks quite pretty, you know, it's still red and green and looks okay, and when you just cut in one cut, all that brown oozes out, all that rottenness, that evil, that putrefaction. We're getting into some words here, aren't we? I don't plan this. I just had that one thing I read about evil only exists because people don't take back their divinity. But it takes me, I could speak about this and carry on for a long time, but I'm not going to, because I know people's attention span, because, you know, of what they're doing with their lives, and that they've not yet taken back much of their power, is not very high. They don't have a high rate of being able to listen to me talking. So just have a think about this today, and then start to look at, say over the next 3 months, you rushed out, you voted, you stayed up all night and to see the results. How's it changing your life? How's it going to feel in 3 months' time? Put a mark on your calendar, because you need to understand that you are the only one ever who will change your life in the real meaning of those words. Good luck with all of this. Good luck with your awakening. I'm rooting for you, because we really need more. We need more of the links in the chain that will go around the whole of the planet, that will hold this in place, the real reality of the spiritual divinity of the human collective. Thank you for listening. Please like the video. It helps me on my channel, and I need all the help I can get, because I'm not one of you big players who even understands the algorithm. I'm praying that they're helping me upstairs on this. Thank you again.